Yo, what's good? I'm Marcus, where we talk attorney reactions to current events. And we are revisiting this story again because it's consistent with something that we talked about. If you are engaged in conduct with which you intend to bring a lawsuit, do not go on any open source public forum and talk about it. Don't talk about it with anybody but your lawyer. For the folks who tune in for the Tiffany Henyard content, I'll throw a link up on the screen to another video. But Lavelle Redmond filed a lawsuit. Before he filed that lawsuit, he went on the Not the Shop podcast with his younger brother to talk about the instance that happened with the brawl for it all. And because he went on that podcast and talked his conduct, his demeanor, some of the things he said, it directly impacted his lawsuit. With that being said, let's pivot back to Dank Demoss. Big Dank was going to get some bank, but now she literally just blew her entire case in less than 30 seconds. And we're going to talk about it. If you're new to the channel, stay tuned. You might see something that you like. And I invite you to subscribe, share, like, comment, all of that good stuff. So let's give a little bit of recap. I'll put the original video where we did the deep dive into the law of Dank Demoss and how she could have potentially gotten some money back, but now that looks like it went up in smoke. Long story short, Michigan is the only state where height and weight is a protected class. Every state they have what they call like Title VII in the federal government. Title VII are those protected areas that the government say these things are so innate to who a person is that they should be protected, free from discrimination, race, gender, religion, disability, those type of things. In every state in the country, technically you could discriminate if someone is big, if someone is too skinny, if someone is short, someone is too damn tall. But the only state that has height and weight as a protected class is Michigan. Again, check out the link above for the deep dive as to how that ridiculous law came into fruition. But we're going to take a look at a video. We know what happened. To recap, Big Dank calls a Lyft. Guy pulls up in like a C250, C300 Mercedes, small coupe, kind of like a Hyundai accent. His vehicle sound like it's in bad disrepair. He's like, yo, my tires can't take it, B. You got to call somebody. Call an Uber XL. Do anything. She's saying, hey, I could get in. I could fit. He's saying no, his tires can't take it. I don't think he was obligated to stand there and have a conversation. I mean, Lyft allows you to cancel the ride and it doesn't require you to stand there and have a conversation. That is probably not the best move, especially if someone is recording it. But in any event, I think we talked about it. I think the guy has a legitimate argument that it was a safety concern. We looked up the weight capacity of that vehicle. It was 1,000 pounds, but it expressly said the weight had to be evenly distributed. Unless Big Dank was going to lay in the back seat, which is a safety hazard, there's no way that that could have happened. Now, let's take a look at 30 seconds, probably 20 seconds of Big Dank on the Breakfast Club and talk about how she single-handedly ruined her lawsuit. Let's dive in. Let's get it.
Peace, Big Dank. How you?
Good morning.
You good?
Good morning.
What's going on? Nice to meet you.
Hi,
How
how
are you?
Stormy.
Peace, King. How you, brother? You good? Nice to meet you, Keys.
Got it. Yep. This the only seat y'all got?
What you want? What you need?
There's one more. A bigger chair or something.
Is she already little?
We had
That's what I'm talking
How
about.
does Charlemagne playing
Good.
that?
This is the accommodation.
there you go.
Oh,
Morning, everybody.
35 seconds into the video, and she effectively destroyed her own lawsuit. It was a regular chair. It actually looked a little bit larger than a regular chair, kind of like what I'm sitting in right here. You know, and I mean, I'm only your boy, only 200 pounds, 6 feet. So you know, I'm not that big of a guy. But she was sitting in a chair, a single isolated chair. Now let's put this into context. She said that she could have gotten in this person's car. The back seat of that car had more obstructions than the chair that she needed a bigger, that she just declined to sit in. That she said she couldn't do it. She needed to, they had to bring a sectional out there. So think about it. The back seat of the car, you got the seat in front of you. You have, you know how cars got the hump in the middle. His car didn't sound like a damn EV, so it probably had the hump in the middle where if you want to get from this side of the back seat to the other side behind the driver, it has doors, it has a roof, it has all of these obstructions. This was just a chair in a large studio with no walls, anything. And she was like, I need something bigger than that. You conceded that you needed something bigger than what you assert you couldn't fit in the Lyft. Come on now. That's crazy. The other thing is when people go on these platforms, we talked about it before, going on these platforms, talking about your legal case can come back to bite you. And how can it come back to bite you? Because it can be used as evidence against you, not to prove that it can't be used to prove evidence of what happened, but it can be used to essentially challenge your character, to show that you are being untruthful. It can be used to challenge the truthfulness of your statements. Okay, prime example. This is what I would do on cross examination. Uh, Mrs. Dank Demoss, Big Dank. May I call you Big Dank? Yeah, you can call me Big Dank. Okay, so you called the Lyft and the driver pulled up in a Mercedes 232 C300 Mercedes, right? Okay, and you said that you could fit in that seat. Okay, well, didn't you go on the Breakfast Club? And when you were on the Breakfast Club, weren't you offered a chair to sit in, a single chair for a typical adult person? Yes. And when you sat in that chair, you were in a large studio. There were no walls next to you. There were no roof above your head, correct? Yeah. But you said you needed a different seat. You asked for a different seat. That's correct. Well, you asked for a different seat because the seat you were in, you could not fit in that seat comfortably. Comfortably. Is that correct? I can't even talk. Yes. Nah. I just wanted a little bit more space. But you didn't want more space. It's going to be used to show that she's essentially capping and she knew she couldn't fit in that car. I posted videos where it showed her getting in and out of Tahoes, and it just looked like a tough sell to get in and out of those vehicles. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you are filing a lawsuit, do not talk about it to no one but your lawyer. It will hurt your case. Dank Demoss probably cost herself some money in this case because weight and height is a protected class in Michigan. She probably had an argument, but I would use that Breakfast Club clip to beat her over the head, saying that she knew she couldn't fit in that damn seat. That's my take. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And as always, if you enjoyed this, check out the content on the screen. There's going to be more content related to attorney reactions.